The most important message, of course, is climate change. And my special message would be to impress on him the importance of the smallness of our islands and the great needs that our vulnerable islands would like to get from the bigger countries that are responsible for all these problems we are facing today on climate change. And you can never experience the importance of the message we are trying to convey across until you fly these long distances and look down at the smallness of the islands scattered all over the Pacific Ocean. There's one thing we have to remind all the big countries in the world, especially the United States. And that is when the sea level rises because of our failure to confine the increases in temperature to 1.5 degrees Celsius, or even below, then all the cities of the world will be similarly flooded and go under, because many of these cities are located only a few feet above sea level. So when we talk about climate change, we are not just talking about our small countries. We are also trying to save the cities, the big cities of the world, because their leaders don't see the extent, the depth of the destruction as we see it from the viewpoints of the islands. Why? Because we have small islands, and a small rise will sink many of our islands to the bottom of the sea. But with America, for instance, or Australia, Sydney could go down, but you could recede to the center of Australia, which is why there are still people there in Australia who are still not fully convinced of the dangers of climate change. Well, I cannot speak for the two parties, and it is not right for me to say, to respond to your question. All that is necessary for me is to emphasize to whichever government that will come in to take control of your affairs must remember that climate change is the single most damaging risk to Australia first, and to all of us in the Pacific.